peace and black power, and Nguvu Nyosi, which means black power in Swahili, black revolutionary now. Just wanna just bring to you guys negroes who identify with everything else but being black or being African. So let me give you just an example. We know our ancestors have been raped by the French, Portuguese, the Dutch, the Spanish, but yet we want to identify the slave master blood that's in us. Sure, look at me. Sure, I got some rape blood in me somewhere. Very small percentage. However, just because my ancestors was raped doesn't mean I have to identify with them. We are so mentally damaged as a people that we want to describe us or describe ourselves as being Spanish because my hair might have a little straightening it or so-called good hair. All right, we want to identify, when my grandmother was Portuguese or my grandfather was Spanish, whatever. We want to identify everything else instead of identifying with what about our grandmother who was raped, who was African. All right, so it's very sad that growing up or even being around people hearing this nonsense that they're so ashamed of being black, whatever. So when people talk about, what do you mix with? I say, I am black, mixed with black. So my mother is a black woman and my father is a black man. So like I said from before, I know somewhere down the line, some red blood gets into my family. It doesn't mean I have to identify with our red blood, right? Because look at my phenotype, look at my hair, look at my lips, look at my nose, whatever. You could see where I came from, where my people came from. And this whole thing about being a certain color, being light, whatever. I was in Ghana last year. So many people who have roots in Ghana, who never left Ghana, who have their ancestors from Ghana. Some of them is as light as me. Some of them have freckles. Like some of them is lighter than me. So this whole thing, we think just because you have this dark looking kind of thing, you gotta be African, or if you light or whatever, like you can't. When we look at how we have been described as people, we think that in order to be African, like, you have to look like Wesley Snipes. That is what has been, perpetuated for so long, that we never look at somebody else phenotype to think that we're not African. I mean, when you look at we only look at one specific set of phenotype to say, this particular person is from Africa. 54 nations in Africa. We have all kind of different set of people who lives in Africa. People who is light, who is tall, who is short, who is light skinned, who have freckles, who have blue eyes, who have green eyes, who have red hair. So describing us in actual And I mean, in one way, it doesn't do us no justice. I mean, it's not true. I mean, that's a lie. We come in all different set of spectrums. Yes, and of course, we have to put in the colonial rape blood, that is inside our people. Of course, yeah, we have to recognize that. But a fraction of being 1% here, a European, or 5% or 10% or 50%, it doesn't describe who you are. That's just a small percentage. When you look at people who do their DNA, they are 60, 70, and 80, and even 90% sub-Saharan African. So of course, yeah, we're gonna have blood from Tainos in Puerto Rico. We're gonna have some Arab blood, and I mean, especially like in the Caribbean, whatever. But we're gonna have some European blood somewhere. But that's a small percentage. Look at the large number of percentage of who we are or where we came from. We are African, or you want to say black, or whatever term you want to use. All right, people know exactly what we're talking about. So this whole thing about black people want to identify with the minority, small blood is in them, because yeah, they here have a certain look, I mean, or it's not like African, I mean, or it's not kinky or nappy hair. They want to identify with a European blood, or a European like phenotype, because they have some color or something. I mean, it's just crazy. We need to stop this, right? We need to stop this, because I'm sure there's a lot of people who are black in them, whatever, or are some kind of black descendants, whatever, but they don't identify with that, whatever, because it's very small. So we need to stop this nonsense. I mean, as a people, we are who we are, and we got to be proud of who we are, and we can't be mentioning a very minute, small blood percentage of this rape ancestors who rape our ancestors. I mean, like, it's crazy. So I just wanted us to bring that to the family. Peace and black power. The black revolutionary now.